Yeah, so we should probably just go down, cross over.
Sounds good. We are starting to go door to door and have conversations with white folks about racism.
Our data team collects the information of how many people we've talked to, if it was emotional, if people listened.
Dismantling white supremacy involves reaching out to each other, being vulnerable with each other.
There's usually a moment where someone exhales, lets their body sort of settle into that doorway, and that's when I know we are connecting.
A lot of the folks we talk to aren't really aware of things like generational wealth, things like redlining, or really even white privilege and white supremacy as a system.
None of us who are white can understand the deep violence and generations of harm that is racism and anti-blackness in this country. But every single person in the world knows what it's like to be hurt and to experience harm and to not always get accountability around that or get repair around that.
Emotionally, yes. Did you see tears in her eyes?
She was like welling up, yeah, I'd say so.
People reflecting on their immigrant experience or experiences of seeing and witnessing racism in their communities and in their workplaces.
Storytelling is how we understand ourselves and understand the world. And it's something that is universal.
They let you into this space of who they are and what's important to them.
And then you can start to connect those stories to bigger structural issues and to policy.
That is really the key ingredient to deep canvassing and for getting people to potentially open their hearts.
That covered a lot of ground and a lot of personal stories.
An incredible amount of personal stories.
Yeah. The idea of everybody wants to not be a racist, but then sometimes you realize that it runs deep and you observe it in fellow white folks, and it's kind of a startling realization.
Sort of, this is what happened to me when, and this is what it felt like to not get my needs met, to not feel cared for, to, feel brushed aside, whatever it is. And to really connect that back to how do we take care of each other after we've been hurt.
You reach a point in this work where you can't stop doing it because you really sense how important it is to continue to push for this kind of political and cultural and community change, and you see the possibility of the kind of world we can build together.